Okay, this is something that I've been thinking about playing for a while, and I said, fuck it, let me do like a little Sunday streamy thing tonight and check it out because I wanted to see what this looked like. I've done beta Zelda 64 stuff before. This time, someone found Ocarina of Time Spaceworld Experience 97 in a dumpster. In a dumpster, Luigi. Excuse me. Oh, I'm Luigi. What am I doing? They found it in a dumpster, and they cleaned it up. And anyway, you get the whole idea. But basically, here's what I want to say. This is written on the site. It says, this project aims to be a mostly accurate representation of Nintendo Space World 97 demo of Ocarina of Time. Since this project aims to restore an experience that was originally a demo, it cannot be completed from start to finish. So it's 3 gameplay tours. There's a whole bunch of like inaccuracies, but it's mostly accurate. And it shows you characters recreated, young Link, adult Link, Ganondorf, Impa, objects recreated, signposts, landmines, bomb item, etc., etc. So you're going to see some stuff that's not totally like perfect, but it was recreated as best that could be. Yes, landmines, you heard correctly. Okay, so already starting off with a cutscene of some kind. Oh, it's this one. Where Cheeky Nando throws the ocarina into the water. Thank you, Joel. I'm having a decent night. Just looked at some crusty AIs now. And now we have a weird beta Zelda. I mean, it looks a little weird. I guess they recreated it from sight, just looking at the footage, and they were like, how do we turn this model into that model? I'm glad they fixed up some of the models. Like, for the final game. But, what a cool project this is. It's not quite Zelda 64, and it's close to being Ocarina of Time as we know it. I think I have to reset. Unless there's a way to... I plugged my controller in too late, I think. Oh shit. My N64 isn't recognizing my controller. Well, there goes that. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. That's why you don't play games you found in a dumpster. Well, I found that Mario 64 thing I've been playing. You know, someone told me they found that in Saddam Hussein's hard drive. Which, by the way, was a joke, but also a reference, because apparently fucking Mario 64 was, like, on the dude's hard drive when they got him. Something like that. Something like that happened. So, yeah. But if it's found in a dumpster, you want to, like, just as much as you can clean off the juice and try to get it on your N64. If you gotta recreate some of it, that's fine. But as long as you can get it to work, dumpster games are good games. Let's see. Well, extras. Let's do Hyrule Tour, but map select could be cool too. Hyrule Tour. Oop. Sorry about that. Saria? Spaceworld 97, Legend of Zelda Hyrule Tour. Welcome to Kokiri Forest, Jara. I'm Saria. This is your house. Pressing Z when you're outside to go outside, you'll face the front, so it's super handy, Jara. Wait, what? Isn't there supposed to be something over here? Huh. Oh yeah, Link's bed. I hear the birds, but not the Kokiri Forest theme. That's weird. Let's talk with the B button. The green icon at the top of the screen is the action you can currently perform. You get the idea, Jara. Do all the Kokiri say Jara, or does everyone say Jara? Who's this Kokiri? Was that an actual Kokiri? Did they get rid of her? Huh. My house is a mess right now, so you can't go in. Oh, this is weird. The layout is, like, different and weird. Things are blocked off. You can't roll. I'm a very shy person, that's why I'm usually out of sight. If you come near me, we can chat. This is so awkward. Where's Midol? Oh. Medals. The fuck? As much as I thought I knew about this game, there's a whole lot that I really didn't know. Sign cutting was not in this version. Vinny, you can jump? It didn't seem like I could jump. Welcome, Jara. Yo, close those stanky-ass legs. Oh, the store looks way different. You can run, you can jump, you can listen and learn. Someone said press the B button to jump. I cannot jump. Jara. Why is this the hardest enemy in all of Ocarina of Time? Gotta freeze it first. Well, I'm glad they changed that. Press Z, then you can jump. The Great Deku Friend. Oh god, you can jump! You have to hold Z first. Press Z, follow me, then you can jump. Yeah, that is highly cursed. Being able to jump anytime you want in Ocarina of Time does not resonate with joy. Here's another thing, though. I think I played, when I did the beta version of this, from the leaked files of Ocarina, I think I did a version of the Deku Tree that looked like this, but it wasn't really put together. It wasn't much you could do in it. Link's hat has physics, Vinny. Huh, it does. I wonder why they get rid of that. I just noticed that. It takes longer to kill a lot of these, and also you gotta hit the stem, and it also takes longer to charge up. That's how long it takes before you can do a spin attack. I saw somewhere, one of the things I saw of this was you could pick up treasure chests. What the fuck? Oh, that's awful. Do you see that little sliver of heart? No thanks. Though again, it is a piece. It is a piece, technically. If I saw this in 1997, a year after Mario 64, perhaps I would be blown away. Can you do the stick spin? Someone wanted to know. To do a spin attack. No. Can't get up there. Vinny, you can slash while moving? Oh yeah, you can. As long as you don't combo. That's a heart noise. Why does that happen? Vinny, you can jump. Yeah, but you still jump automatically too. There's not enough of a... There's not enough of a jump. You can spam the items, they are infinite. Okay. Here's a question, how do you go back to the menu so I can choose a level? Start menu, press B button. Okay. Yeah, it seems like there's some stuff that... wonder if I can pull this. No. I'm sure there's more ways to get through this, but considering I want to see as much of this as possible... This is beatable, by the way, you're just lost. Again, not even surprised. Have you ever played Zelda? It is my favorite RPG, says Joel. My first adventure game was actually Zelda. Truthfully. That was the game I grew up with. And then they made a Zelda game that is just terrible. Considering there are 2 vowels in the name Zelda, you can probably just infinitely... get really... not infinite, I mean, there's gonna be finite, but... Zoldu. Zaldo. So this is different. I mean, I'm expecting differences, but... it's kind of bizarre to go through this and see the differences, and not just watch them in a video. Zildo? No, we don't say Zildo. No. Vinny, can you pause for a sec? I've got to go pee. You know, it's funny. That is an eternal reference that's been happening since I started streaming 12 years ago, almost. Someone always says, "Can you pause this? I have to go to the bathroom." It's just, it's very obvious. Alright, go ahead. Okay, they got up to go pee. I'm gonna play again. They won't know. When they come back, just pretend like I've been paused the whole time and I just unpaused as soon as they got back. Listen, I'm not gonna make any progress. There's zero chance I'm gonna make progress, so they won't know. Bombable wall? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, they do give you bomb flowers. I'm just kind of curious to see what's out here. Oh. Okay. It's like Beta Death Mountain. Look at the map on the bottom. You can see the topography. These ones say Goro, because they're Gorons. Navi becomes blood red when locked onto an enemy. I mean, it needed polish. Definitely. They were on the right track, though. Can you do the beta jump slash? Beta jump slash is just... you manually jump, and then you press the sword button. I was playing Halo, and, I was playing Halo Infinite today. I was recording more of that. And I was just, like, dying, and also killing, and floating around with the grapple hook and everything. I was like, wow, this game has a lot of polish. I'm glad it got that delay. It needed that delay. I mean, granted, it has its own issues in regards to Battle Pass and, like, samey environments. It's not perfect, but it definitely... it pays to have a AAA game released with, like, an extra level, like, 2 or 3 layers of polish, as opposed to just, like, yeah, good enough, release it. And it seems like so many games these days just say, fuck it, release it. I'm not gonna say, because of my prehistoric taste in games, that games were better back in my day, because that's not really true, but I really like when a game releases and you can play it, and you don't need day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patches. Jara. Oh! It's okay, it's a speedrun trick, watch. Okay, here we go. I did it. Speedrun trick done. Now I can get to the menu. That is a very interesting choice of color palette early on. Also, I love the N64 texture capabilities. This, in my day, this was realistic graphics. We couldn't believe the greebles on the walls. We were just blown away by how greebled it was. I'm thinking someday I'd like to become a grand gatekeeper who blocks the way and doesn't let anyone pass. Well, follow your dreams and all that. Vinny, if you keep saying back in my day, you'll be old. Gatekeeper? Join Twitter. Easy joke. Listen, every time I say it, like, yeah, it's like the CG generated, like, movie moments where the face grows old. Huh. Well, I can't really get down there, but... Just gonna see as much as I can, really. Oh, adult Link this time. Wild horse? Whip. You can use your sword while you're on the horse, on Epona? Not really. You can have the sword out, but you can't use it. There's a beta Castle Town if you go back to that. Okay, I will. Miyamoto said they tried to make swordplay work on horseback, but they couldn't. Dude, Skyrim has swordplay on horseback, and it is the most basic shit. I mean, I just streamed Skyrim the other day, and it's just... slash, slash. No, what I'm trying to say is they still couldn't quite get it. Even, like, that many years later, when you have Todd the God Howard in charge, they're like, just make a basic swing. Elden Ring gonna have the best horse combat. It just took years to get there. So Hyrule is, like, extra empty. Twilight Princess did it? Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I'm just being a jerk. I'm being a jerk-ass, but... You know, if you're moving on a horse real fast in 1997, and your destination is Chicago, and the horse leaves at 1:24 p.m. Wait a second. One singular bush? Okay. Nice detail. Also, you can see the back of Link's shield is different. How do I put the shield on Link's back? Oh, you can put one away, but not the other. Hang on. Check around a little bit more. The tech must have been very impressive to see at Spaceworld 97. But... yeah. Very empty. And it definitely feels better in the original, in the finished version. There's still not a whole lot. I mean, there's the Peahats, there's the ghouls that raise from the ground that annoy the fuck out of you. There are no wild horses, so this has got that beat in that department. There's, you know, some more trees. It's a couple things. But yeah, it's very barren. Still really cool. Can you mount the wild horses? Wild horses. I don't think you can stop them. No. No, I think they just ride on. I want to see the castle and then go back to Castle Town. I wonder if it's going to be pre-rendered background still. Yep. Oh, look at this Crust Master. This is every other game from this era's low poly model for when they, like, when the player zooms out. What's it called again? I saw an angel. A girl like a divine angel. Yeah, LOD, level of detail. Is this the old man from Majora's Mask? Gorons are some strange folk. Sean Connery. Smash rocks. Look at this guy. Look at that. No, you may not believe this, but that's the ideal form. Right there. That's what we should aspire to as humanity evolves into this Hagrid Chad McFucksteak. Chadgrid. Oh, this is interesting. Look at the 3D sphere. Everyone was like losing their shit over 3D spheres back in the day. So this is what the Temple of Time looked like in the beta, in the Spaceworld demo. Wow. Temple of Time is pretty similar. We don't have the music. That door is different. That, or, you know, it's like a wall. The layout is similar, but again, they just went over the whole thing and just tied it all together with a nice rug. But this looks cool. I like that it's more realistic in some ways, but it also kind of looks... I don't know, it's just very barren. It doesn't have the same personality. So I think that was a good change. Yeah, it's weird to see Link walking around in a fucking realistic thing like that, too. What is this? So this is the Zora River. Secret fountain up there where Zoras live. They're slimy and smell like fish, so I'm not a fan. I wonder how accurate this text is. But yeah, I don't know why that person looks like that. They're slimy! Just a bunch of random people walking around. Again, a good change to have it so that there's like crowds of people. All of the text was in the overdump. Ah yes, the overdump. I know what you mean, though. I just like the word overdump. That Hagrid dude earlier had an overdump. Is that like an under potato? Very good. Special course. This is the training ground? Spaceworld 97, Legend of Zelda Dungeon Tour, welcome to Special Course. Here you can select 3 courses. Each has a warp point at the goal. Okay. Now, is this basically the training ground, or is this something different? Tag course? Oh, something about a Poe there. It's weird not being able to roll around like crazy. I mean, this room looks familiar. Again, I've played Ocarina of Time plenty of times, and yet I still forget specifics. This is one of the first created areas in OT, wasn't it? Oh, it's a good thing, maybe, to give them a little indicator that those are shootable. This game's bullshit. It doesn't have gyro. You like the juice, huh? Oh, fuck this. Mate, it's N64 controller aim. Even with the most subtle movement, it's going all over the goddamn place. So I wonder if this is Dumpy that I have to race now. But they just replaced Dumpy with a Poe. Yeah. Look at that. First of all, Link looks massive. A. B, if you have your shield out, you can just block the fire. That makes everything so much easier. Man, I can't wait to get the hook shot. Yeah, someone was right when they decided to remove this feature. Even if they sadly nerfed the shield. It's close to the final route if it's not the same as the one that you get the hook shot in. Imagine that your reward for defeating the Poe in a race is that you have to kill the Poe. Two rupees. This is bringing back, though, this weird excitement that I felt when Ocarina of Time was just about to release. I couldn't sleep a couple nights. Like, there were nights where I was... I was like, oh, fuck Zelda. But then Turok 2 was also coming out, and I was like, Turok 2 might even be better. And I thought it was because you could shoot and there was lots of blood. In retrospect, revisiting Turok 2 is a nightmare because of the level design in that game. Even if the game has really cool weapons and, you know, shooting physics and everything. Even the fucking remake that I played, I remember playing it a couple years ago, I was like, oh, this level design is torture. But I liked both games at the time, and then I think Rogue Squadron came out that year too. That was a good year for N64, and then Metal Gear Solid was, I think, the same year as this. I mean, I got through Turok 2 well enough, Joel. I remembered it being better, and then when I played it, it was worse. The chat was helpful, but I still got very frustrated, especially in those caves and the final level. I think it could have used a little bit more smoothing, but overall, I think about Turok 2 a weird amount. Like, there's every now and then I'm like, I should play Turok 2. Or I should be like, every now and then I'm like, I should find mods for Turok 2 and play new levels. But then I never find good new levels. Goma is lurking. Change your view with the C up button and search for Goma's glowing eye. Well, way to spoil the fun. What the hell is this room? Oh god. Glad they streamlined that. Button. looks like they got this fight down pretty nicely. Kind of early on. I like the juice that comes out of the eye. You like it, the juice. Looks like you can 2-cycle Goma. I don't know if that's possible in Ocarina of Time. As is. You can 1-cycle it in vanilla with Deku sticks. Oh. Imagine waiting hours in line just to play this demo back in '97. I can't. But I guess in '97 I would have waited hours. Like, Pilot Wing 64 blew my mind. So when the N64 came out, 3D for me was basically Star Fox. Because I didn't have a PlayStation yet. I had PlayStation later on. So Star Fox, Mario RPG, I was like, oh, is this real 3D? So, yeah, 3D for me was very limited. And then I played Mario 64. I was expecting it to run like Star Fox. And I was like, why is it so smooth? It's amazing. And then Mario 64 was, like, mind-blowing, and Pilot Wings was amazing. But I was, like, almost gonna buy Quest 64 because it seemed like Zelda a little bit. And I'm so happy I didn't. I'm glad I waited. Oh my god. Okay, so I do remember playing the beta version of this, Kakariko Village. Oh man. But also, this is pretty much what I remember seeing in magazine previews for Zelda 64. Oh, I have almost all the items. Horse grass whistle? Oh, they recreated this. Chicken egg. What the fuck? I can compete with Ross now for egg-eating champion. Bowser shell. Oh, this is the landmine, yeah. Just looks like a blue shell from Mario Kart, but yet... it's a landmine. That seems... unnecessary. I don't know what that does, but this is just an extension. So for those that don't know, the medallions originally were this. And they took some of it and put it into those crystals. Put them on your bow? What the fuck? Oh, that's how you do fire arrows in this. You do wind arrows? Huh. I didn't know that. But I think this is just a natural extension of the Link to the Past medallions. And then they were like, well, if we're giving these medallions as a dungeon reward, maybe we need to balance them a bit. Why don't we just put them on 3 crystals instead? The 3 seashells. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh yeah, this needed a nerf. It's fucking Zelda 2 Fairy! It's the spell from Zelda 2, man. That's crazy. It seems entirely unfeasible, though. Why would infeasible? Is it un or infeasible? It's not feasible. There's no feasing here. What? What did we just do to that poor chicken? No. I like that there's just a chicken elemental. These chickens look real scummy. Look at them, man. They got their own, like, weird scummy faces compared to how they look finally in the original. In the finished version. Excuse me. I'm, like, not delivering good commentary here because I'm so stunned by all this. It's a secret to everybody. Do you speak? Do you bleed? Try dark arrows. I might have to leave this map because things are not great here on the map right now. Giant's knife. Knife. Master sword. Giant's knife. Not really sure there's a whole lot to do in Kakariko Village, but it is very interesting. Let me try the Stalfos. Someone mentioned using... Oh, I don't have it here. Never mind. Yeah, some of that stuff takes forever. Vinny, chicken arrow. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. What the fuck? What's this doing here in the graveyard? I thought that this turned it into a fish. It did not. I'm gonna bring up Zelda 2 again, but something about this particular graveyard reminds me of Zelda 2. Maybe it's the brick wall? Man, some of this stuff looked real early N64. As it was. And yet some of it looks like Final Ocarina of Time. Yeah, Super Quest 64 looking. I remember seeing screenshots of that in my Nintendo Power magazine that I was getting, an EGM. And I was like, it doesn't look that good, but I want adventure game on N64. Surely it is an N64 game, it must be good. Boy, did I get burned on that principle several times. Spirit Medallion's a great way to explore the maps. Okay. P-hat. So they are in here. Also, the shield has weird physics. Because if something just randomly touches the shield, you're invincible. Slimes, huh? Interesting. Were there slimes in Ocarina of Time in the final version? Like the Zelda 2-esque slimes? No, right? Because they would show up again in... just Skeleton Man? Who's this skeleton? They would show up again in Wind Waker. Early. Yeah, this is like an early skeleton. Early Stalfos. Oh, the slimes were in Majora's Mask, yeah. This effect is really cool because you don't die, but then it lasts forever and you can't see anything. You can't use another medallion. Use light medallion to get rid of it? Doesn't that just summon chickens? You can't use anything else. I can't even use the bow with the medallion power. The shadow medallion makes enemies unable to detect you. Oh god. So the Lost Woods are just connected to Hyrule Field. Hold Z, R, and L. I think that's a one-guy moment. Pause ZRL. ZRL live. ZRL in order. Not ZRL. It's LRZ, Vinny. LRZ in order. Not on menu. Cool, alright. Press Windows G and then press enable. Hold L, hold R, hold Z at once. Yeah, I've done that. Those are not fun to fight in their current state. Oh fuck, a moblin! Just a random-ass moblin. This was the stuff that I saw in the Zelda 64 previews, where I thought it was cool. I was like, oh shit, a forest. And I think there was like a lantern. It just seemed amazing. And god damn am I glad they changed it to what they did. Yeah, any more than 5 trees and the N64 starts to heat an egg. I totally buy that tree texture as a full forest. Absolutely. Though I kind of remember this area, too, from playing the game in beta form. What? What? It's the forest temple? Without music? Oh, those were different. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Different way to get down here. Turns out the 4 Poes are just here! Whoa, we don't want to go into the void. Yeah, it's really bright in here, and it doesn't feel Forest Temple-y enough without the mood, the ambient lighting. Hey, this room. Always liked this room. Still looks pretty good. Hey, listen. Use me to break the entire dungeon. Though I guess the reasoning would be you get this in the last temple, so it wouldn't be quite so easy to break everything. But then, you could go back and then just see all the boundary... You can be, she says, and you can break boundaries. And see all the fucking flaws. And someone at Nintendo was like, this is a terrible idea, trust me. How do you stop this? This could also just be something the Recreation devs added. Could be.
Okay, press L, press R, and then hold Z, but not in that order. Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
No, it isn't. Okay. Yeah, I went through a wall. It was referenced in text from the dump. So when you say the dump, you mean the Staten Island Zump? The Zump. It's where you go to Zerk. Somewhere, somewhere in the middle of the night. I'm sure these dungeons have extreme differences. And I'm not gonna check out all of them. There's probably videos that go into, like, extreme detail. I don't know why I keep saying extreme. Well, it's the late 90s. May as well, right? But there's probably videos that cover all of the dungeons and all of the little details. And I would recommend, oh my god, Jabu Jabu, why are you here? I would recommend watching those, or playing it yourself if you want all the details, but I'm gonna go for an overview, kinda look at this game. Okay, that sign is bullshit. Whomst are you? No one? Jabu, I have a meal for you. Oh. What? What? Is this a Majora's Mask Moon situation? He shat you out downstream. They're like, okay, we'll put the shitting animation in later. We don't need that right now. Just have it transition from one screen to the next. Man, and people complain that Ocarina of Time is empty now. I feel like Lake Hylia is so much more populated. Someone said this is like Elder Scrolls, specifically Daggerfall. You can speed up Navi by holding R, maybe? Well, here's the problem. You can't press the pause menu while you're Navi. So you're kind of just stuck floating around until then. Do you think Todd played Ocarina of Time and then said, we gotta make Redguard? I want to make an Elder Scrolls game with action and combat. Yeah, someone in chat just brought it up. I forgot about it for a second there. Bob Saget died. Which is fucking heartbreaking, and there's no real explanation. He was a really funny dude, and it breaks my heart more because when Norm Macdonald passed away last year, Bob Saget was very close friends with Norm. They worked together. He directed Dirty Work. And he was pretty much in tears and emotional and like a wreck. And you could tell how much he cared for his friend. And it kind of, you know, was tough. It was not easy to listen to. And now I'm finding out today that he passed away. It's like, God damn it. Why do we have to start the new year like this? He's only 65. But I kind of grew up watching him, you know? Like, I don't remember not watching Bob Saget. Like, in America's Funniest Home Videos, Full House, and then his roast, where Norm just told books from, like, this old, shitty book joke book. Book joke is good, too. And, he said, this man is for the birds! And that was his joke. He didn't want to roast him. The only thing Bob Saget has on his mind is a hat! It was a really, I don't know, it was like kind of stupid, but also kind of funny to just see these stupid jokes being told from someone who clearly loved and respected him. And also Bob Saget being America's dad and all that, kind of a dirty comedian. So, anyway, I don't really have much to say. It just sucks when someone that you've watched your whole life passes away, and yeah. So, sorry if I'm the one that broke the news for you. America's Funniest Home Videos were the original YouTube. And you know people were doing dumb shit to get on the show. Like, intentionally. And I knew that when I was a kid, too. I would watch it, and I would think, like, with my parents, and I would, like... be like, why would they do that? And now people are eating people's earbuds and swallowing them. And I'm like, oh... I long for the days of America's Funniest Home Videos when someone would just put, like, milk with the cap unscrewed in the fridge, so that when someone opens the fridge, it falls, and the milk falls, and then the dad is like, oh, the milk! And that was it. Just fucking mad lads. And the dumbest video would win $10,000. And now the dumbest video wins a $10,000 medical bill. That's what you get when you get viral on TikTok.
Only in death do we win, TikTok brothers!
So this is the original fairy fountain? Where's the unicorn fountain? Does anyone remember that rumor? Because there was like a pre-release photo of a unicorn fountain, and people were like, if you find the unicorn fountain, that's how you can get the Triforce. Someone forgot to turn on the water. See what a grotto looks like. I did see some footage of Link lifting a treasure chest, and I found that to be weird. Can't do it now, but some... Oh, what?! Huh? What?! Is it a mimic? Also, that was some pretty good timing. No, we don't like that mimic, if that's a mimic, because that's insta-death mimic, fuck that. Chests have item number 0 that have that effect. Oh. Jabu Jabu dungeon test. As adult Link, no less. I may not have the Z... Oh, wait, yeah, that's Z. Yeah, I pressed LRZ to no effect. By the way, you can run this apparently on a real N64. Is L bound? No, probably not, actually. Now that I think about it. Special course. Water Temple, Stalfos. Test map. Mental. Do you understand so far? I have no idea what's going on. I can't catch that cuckoo. Is that Mido? Impa? Weird fucking water. It's got depth. Looks weird as fuck. Hey, Scro. Why are there so many of me here? Depth test. I've been falling for an hour! Or whatever he says when he falls, the Loki man. You get it? It's a joke. 30 minutes? Hours? We don't know. Chat's saying different things. This looks like where you would fight Shadow Link, to a degree. Lava? Test room, LOD test. Sure is LOD. Whoa, whoa! Oh! Huh. Cube. Performance destroyer. Triangle. Performance enhancer. Material test. Whoa. Sphere. Man. Oh, man. I remember when I first saw the sphere in N64 games. Oh, God. Oh, there's glass here, too. Strong glass. Have you pondered your orbs yet? Someone wanted to see Water Temple. Okay, well the entrance is different. There's definitely water here. That's not water. The fuck is that? That's not water. It looks like the boss room, but it starts me there. Hang on, I gotta go back to that. Vinny, I want to see Zora's Fountain. You skipped it. Okay, I didn't even see Zora's Fountain. I wanted to go there myself. If it's one thing I could take back from Among Us that the world has given us, it's the word sussy. Because someone just said sussy fake water. And listen, I say it too, for comedic effect at times, because I'm, like, a little bit dumb. But do you think if Amalgoose was never a thing, that we would still be using... we wouldn't be using the word sussy, right? Probably not. I don't think that word would have found its way to our memacular lexicon if not for that game. Also, you think the water temple is awful now? This looks like a complete fucking nightmare. Just getting around seems like it would take forever because it's so fucking huge. Oh, Jesus. Well, there's not really much here to look at yet. Though I will say I'm a fan of the textures. Like, it's got the ambience of the water temple down pretty early. There's not really a whole lot of water. Just a bunch of fake water. Sussy, fake water. Okay, I see Zora's River, Zora's Fountain. Maybe that's it? Oh, not really, it's just the fishing pond. The water here is real. Someone said something about the sage's room. I mean, we've gone through a good chunk of this already. Chamber of the Sages. I just was at Sasuke's room. Sasaki's, whoever. Suzuki. I was at Honda's room. It's a secret to everybody. I'm sorry, who are you? Who are you? Who is your low poly ass? Because I recognize these other sages. Then there's just... you. Pointy chin. Is that... wait a minute, that's not Saria. What are you doing here? You're not a sage. I hate to invoke Among Us again, but is that an imposter? Also, when Link turns, his body, like, segments. You see that? Like, the legs turn? Look at that. That's actually pretty cool looking. I don't think they quite did that in the final version. She's looking at this. It's a little stiff and weird, but it's also kind of cool for 1997. I mean, all of this is cool for 1997. I'm gonna try Kokiri Village Old, and then Ganon's Tower. So one of my big takeaways from this is that a lot of this game and its maps and areas were just way bigger, but wisely was shrunk down a bit because there's no need for this to be this vast. It's impressive for back in the day when you just look into the distance, you're like, wow, there's so much. But I think compressing things down a little bit and just giving it a little bit more focus was a wise decision. I think Ocarina of Time still has some of that vast problem, but it kind of feels much more natural, and some of the areas just have much more stuff to do. Granted, this game is not complete. I'm playing a very early version that was recreated, but this is a company trying to figure out how to do a 3D adventure game and to live up to the legacy of the Zelda series, and to maybe surpass Mario 64. When, up until this point, not a whole lot of 3D adventure games were even in existence, and Z-targeting was not even a thing that existed. Why are there moblins in Kokiri Village? So yeah, this is pretty crazy. Seeing how it evolved into its final form, I'm glad I checked this out, because otherwise, if I just watched a video, it wouldn't have been enough. I needed to find out for myself. And I've seen plenty of Ocarina of Time beta maps, but seeing it recreated like this with, like, NPCs talking to me and being able to turn into Navi is very strange. And kind of... it's like a time portal. Yeah, moblins are, like, really underutilized in the actual game. They're pretty much in that one area, which is weird because moblins were one of the default, like, main Zelda villains. Not really villain, but mobs. And in Ocarina, it was just like, here's one dude guarding a path with his big fucking chunky ass, and here's another one, and that's it. Chunky asses? I want to check out Ganon's Tower. Well, let's do Fire Temple real quick. Oh. My god. Vast enough for you?
Yeah, gotta go vast.
What the fuck were they even planning to do in here? Oh. It's a good thing my knees didn't explode. And I only lost one heart from that. Is this like the entrance? This kind of seems like the entrance. Oh, God. I want to see what a fire temple test means. Link just looks like a giant. Huh. Yeah, the areas are either way too big, or Link is too big for them. You know what? In these trying times, I could use an egg. That's still got the same sound effect. Always liked that sound effect. What other things have we not seen? Maybe like... Fairy Spirit, it's called? Bottles so pointy they could stab someone in the heart. Pop an egg in your mouth, man. Pop an egg. Yeah, Navi's wings are pretty stabby, too. They're like 3D models as opposed to sprites. Which is weird, because in the Zelda show, she was called Sprite. That was the fairy that Link had. It was called Sprite. That later on, she would actually be a sprite called Navi. I miss 80s nerds. Just the stereotype of an 80s nerd. Pocket protector. Do we got any of those in chat today? We got a pocket protector nerd in chat? With the hair and the glasses and the plaid stuff? Show yourselves. Celebrate yourselves. That's a style we don't see a whole lot. It's funny because other 80s stuff is kind of in fashion. You still see people dressing like punk rockers. I don't know if people dress like Devo with the brick hats, but even so. The modern age is truly Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, we took over pop culture, and now look, all the top-selling movies of all time are fucking, like, superheroes. That's what Nerds Inheriting the Earth has done. Fastest-selling movie of all time, Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man I Am Home. Spider-Man I Want to Turn My House Into a Home. Spider-Man... Honey, I'm home! Spider-Man... Every version of every universe of Spider-Man, best-selling movie of all time. Spider-Man Home Alone, starring Kevin McAllister. Ella's real. Spider-Man Stay at Home. Spider-Man Don't Come to the Theater, just stay at home. Oh wait, you're in the theater anyway. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. That and video games are the #1 form of entertainment. It makes the most amount of money. It's the most dominant form of entertainment. And yet it's still... and yet the news still shits on it. And yet, like, you still don't want to tell people you play video games frequently. Say if you're on a date. Or like, in a normal social situation, you want to be like, oh, you know, games? Yeah, I got like an Xbox. I don't, whatever. Yeah, no, I played that, Smash Brothers at a friend's house, like, once. What is the deal with video games, anyway? Jerry Springer, I mean Seinfeld, Springfield. Rick Springfield would have a lot to say about this topic. Someone said that's not accurate at all, though. Well, one person's treasure is another person's garbage. Video games are normal, but the stigma around gamers is unsavory. Perfect. I think that explains it better than I could. What the fuck am I looking at in regards to Ganon's Tower, by the way? This is not at all fitting. Well, it's the gamer stigma to a degree that is kind of weird, yeah. I agree with that. But the games themselves are fine. Like, we get Sonic movies now, we get Castlevania TV shows. We get actors saying they build their own PCs. Kinda cool. But anyway, there's no, one actor? No, there's another actor who built their own PC, right? Surely. I don't know, like 3 people, maybe? That's mainstream, dog, at this point. Anyway, Crenando was not up there, and, obviously, Ganon's Tower does not look like Ganon's Tower and is not particularly fixed yet. But they will get there. In just a year and a half or so, they'll get there. Well, we did Special Course already. Just remember, if you want... Okay. You can actually play along... if you want to play the waiting game, here's how you do it. Measure how long it took from Spaceworld 97 to the release of Ocarina of Time in 1998. Mark that on your calendar, and then play Ocarina of Time on that day from now. In the original Spaceworld 97 demo, many interactable objects found in the dungeon maps were handled by just one special dungeon actor. Did this actor build their own PC? Because if not, I don't want to hear it. Each instance of this actor placed in a map had a unique setting to tell the actor what model to display and what behavior to have. While many settings have been figured out or guessed at, some are just too difficult to figure out with any amount of certainty. Therefore, green cubes have been placed in spots where the dungeon actors were used, but its settings were unable to be figured out. Someone said blah blah blah, do the hi-ya thing. OOT came out exactly 1 year after Spaceworld 97. Well, they did a lot of fucking work in that 1 year. I think that's about it. Is there anything I missed that anyone wants to see in particular? Maybe Hyrule Castle Garden? Oh. This is pre-rendered. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Normally, this is where you sneak around with the cool music, and the guards throw you back into an area where you can easily get back into the castle. I like this weird spherical tunnel. Cylindrical tunnel. Yeah, not much going on over here, but neat. Gerudo Valley? There's not really a Gerudo Valley yet. I went to... Where did I go? I went to Gerudo... something. I went to Gerudo Valley. There is a horse that I believe you cannot ride. No, this is just set dressing at that point. Okay, we can do a quick... Is that the wallet? What is that? Child's wallet. That's a weird looking thing. Did you notice the golden knight in Ganon's tower? I was, yeah, I was talking about nonsense. So no. Whoa, big jump. Clanging it up. I keep pressing the wrong button. Still. The spiritual stones look completely different. Yeah, they do, actually. They look like... Well, they look worse. This is musical notation? It's like, kinda lazy. I'm glad they fixed those, or made them better. Here, I went into the desert last time. A natural, flat, and sharp. Okay. So I don't know these things because I cannot read music. I'd never learned that kind of thing. But, yes. So it was... I mean, I guess it kind of makes a little bit of sense that they would be musical related, because the game is about music to a large degree. Okay. One last thing I want to do. Okay. Yeah, I think, I've said this on the stream a lot, but for those wondering, like, how can someone write music without having any ability to read music? Like, I remember where the things are on the guitar. I can tell you what note I'm playing on the guitar. I just can't read sheet music. And I don't have, like, a whole lot of music theory. I just know generally what sounds good and stuff like that. Never studied. Yeah, tab. Exactly. It works! Yeah, McCartney and the Beatles, I don't think any of them were classically trained, even though they knew classical principles, but they were also very just naturally musically gifted. Lifted. Oh, we were just a band, really, man. When you think about it. Sometimes I looked up at the moon and I thought to myself, should I write a song about the moon? And then maybe become a bit of a dog? Anyway, everybody, that is Ocarina of Time Spaceworld demo. I'm sure you can get a lot of extra little details out of this, excuse me, if you played it yourself. This is an amazing recreation. This is really great for the fans to finally check out. There's a lot of dungeon stuff. Is that fucking Ganon's horse? Well, there you go. There's a detail I'm glad I saw. Mental. Do we kill it? Would that save people? Anyway, yes, this is great. And there's a lot of rooms in the dungeons that I missed. And Zelda's horse is here too. And this is definitely a great game that I am very nostalgic for, and one day maybe more of Ocarina of Time will be played. So, thank you. Take care, and I'm gonna end the stream now as well. So if you want to check out some other people stream, my mods are very good at streaming, and you might like them. So I'll see you soon, everybody. Quick announcement before I go. I have more Halo, I've got more Hitman, and I'm going to be playing a Half-Life mod soon. But also, I'm going to be playing Mario 64 B33, whatever the fuck that weird liminal Mario is, live at some point. Thursday is the Red Vox new album premiere on the Red Vox Band channel on Twitch. And I'm going to premiere the album. So if you're in any way interested in my music, even if you want to fake being interested in my music, which you don't have to do, I will be live before that on this channel, and then I'll be premiering the thing later. So, yeah. Goodbye. And thank you for watching. Let's end with a touching story the way we began, shall we? So brave.
Bro. It's so loud. You don't understand. It sounds, you can hear it kind of. But to me, that is the loudest sound I've ever heard in my entire life.
So beautiful and brave.